Judgment in the bail application in the case of 5 men accused of killing 7 people in Diepsloot is expected today. The 5 brought the application in the Randburg Magistrate's Court. They are facing 5 counts of murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, kidnapping and malicious damage to property. One of them is also facing a further charge of contravention of the Immigration Act. The 7 people were burned to death in 2 separate attacks in the township earlier in this month. The bail application could not proceed due to ongoing investigations, which include the verification of the address of one of the accused. For more on the story, let's now speak to our SABC News reporter, Kelebogile Botlholo. Kelebogile, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Tell us about what's expected in the bail judgment today, and also the expectation that the community members have who have been in support of the 5 accused.
Good morning, Eldrin. So today we're expecting the magistrate to give the judgment for the bail hearing. The matter has been postponed about 3 times already. So what we do know is that 5 suspects have been arrested and accused of murder and burning to death 5 people in Diepsloot early this month. So basically, right now we're just expecting the magistrate to give the judgment as to whether the suspects will be granted bail or not. And the defense has argued that the victims, the accused are not guilty, and the community is also in full support of the accused, and they're saying that police are not in support of them when it comes to crime in Diepsloot, and they had no choice but to take matters into their own hands. And they're saying that the accused are not guilty of the crime. So what we're expecting from the magistrate today is to hear whether they will be granted bail or not. What we do know also is that one of the accused number 4, is a Malawian national, and he's also in the country illegally, as his documents expired. His permit expired in 2016, and his passport expired in around July this year. So the state has argued that because of that, he could be of flight risk. And however, 3 of the suspects are also they also have previous convictions of assault. So the state has also argued that they should not be granted bail because of that. However, the defense has argued that the accused are family members and they're family men, and they're sole providers in their family, sole breadwinners in their families. Accused number 3 is said to have to be expecting a baby. His wife is said to be 9 months pregnant and expecting a baby soon. The community was expecting the accused to have been granted bail previously. However, unfortunately, they have had to spend their Christmas weekend in holding cells, and hopefully the community is hoping that they will, however, be granted bail and spend the new year outside.
Just quickly remind us around the case that has been brought against one of the accused in relation to the Immigration Act of the country in violation of that Immigration Act. What is it that this person is accused of?
Can you just repeat that question again, Arjun?
In relation to one of the accused being charged with contravention of the Immigration Act of the country, what exactly is it that they're accused of?
So the accused is, the state has argued that the accused is, because of what he did, he undermines the authority of the country. However, his lawyer has argued that Home Affairs his papers have expired, yes, but his lawyer argues that Home Affairs never really offered him to take him back to his home country, and so he cannot be accused of that, or he cannot be found guilty on that matter because he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have the money to go back home, and Home Affairs never offered to take him back to his country. So right now we're not really sure when it comes to Immigration Act what he could be charged of right now, but we do know that his lawyer has argued that Home Affairs should have offered to take him back to his country because he doesn't have a job and does not have the money or the means to go back home by himself.
Thank you so much for your time.
And that is the reason why he actually is still in the country.
Okay, thank you, Kelebogile Botlholo there. SABC News Reporter outside at the Magistrate's Court where we await judgment to be handed down a bit later on today in the bail application.